I mean, be quiet, please.
Okay, I want to say something before we go on.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to introduce you all to my head, or my brain rather, please. When I was 2 years old, actually I was a little older, and I had a scar on my eye over here. And my mother finally told me when I understood, she said, I jumped off a boulder that was really low to the ground, head first into gravel. I don't know, I thought I could swim, I don't know why. When I was about 10 years old, we were down at Carkeek Park. You know how the rocks go up to hold the train rail? Well, I was chasing our goat, or maybe we had a pet goat. Maybe I had it on the leash, I'm not sure. But I tripped, and I hit my forehead, and I wound up in the hospital for that. Then when I was 16, I was in the backyard with my friends, a couple of brothers, and we were trying to drive a golf ball down over 2 yards into a park. And so I don't know from golf. And so my buddy, he's about 17, he's here, and I was standing where my man is, Dale. Sorry. So I don't know, but I'm watching my buddy, and he's full swing. Yeah, right here. And I didn't go down, but I don't remember what I saw when I was up. And then a couple of times, I was 16, 17, I was in the Navy, and we were going in transit on a aircraft carrier across the Atlantic. And I had to go get some steel wool. So I was on the starboard side of the boat, ship, and I was in the catwalk. And they told me, I asked if I can go down to the island to get the steel wool. And they said, yeah, but don't cross. And you know, they were going through what's called operations readiness inspection. So they were flying and landing, and I wasn't going to go across. But I ran, I wasn't supposed to run. And I ran, and the elevator was up. That's what they bring the jets up from the hangar bay. And I ran across, there was an A3 with the bow facing the deck, and I ducked under it, and then I turned, and I'm a 17-year-old running, right? All that strength. And then right in front of me when I turned is the gas tank, it looks like a bomb, of an F-16. I ducked and got it right in the top spot. The next thing I know, there's the door I was going to. And the next thing I know, somebody's got this arm with their hand around my waist. I'm looking at the net 20 feet below, 70 feet above the Atlantic Ocean. Whoa. I spent the rest of the day in sick bay. When I was leaving boot camp, I had my cuffs up and I wasn't wearing my hat, and I went into Sacramento, bus station, and on my way out, somebody hit me in the back of the head, knocked me out there to take me on the bus. And I didn't know which bus I was on for 50 miles or so. Then I was in El Cerrito, that's a Bay Area. First time I was over there, took some acid. My friends, I wanted to go out in the Bay, around the Bay Area, and my friends knocked me out with a pipe wrench to keep me from going out where I'd never been before on acid. And last year, in July, I got COVID. And I was at home, you know, and I didn't have balance very good. So I fell and hit the coffee table with my left rib. And that turned me around, and I fell on my back, and my head hit so hard that my neighbor through the hall and through 3 walls felt it, and the dish rattled on her shelf. She came to my rescue. Of course, I wound up at Harborview COVID Center at the time, and I wound up there with they took a CTI, a brain scan. My brain had hit my skull, and there were 2 drops of blood on my brain. And this doctor, young guy, good looking, nice guy. He's standing over me with his hands like this across my, above my chest, and he's saying, well, Artis, when you fell on the coffee table, your blood, you went all to pay attention to that, and I had a bruise this big. And they said I had to have a blood transfusion, so I got a blood transfusion. Then he told me about the 2 pieces of blood, or bits of blood on my brain. So you're going to have to give me another CT scan. And if there's more blood, this is when it was cool. And if there's more blood, he's standing over me. Then we're going to have to kind of take your brain out, the skull apart, and vacuum the blood off. And I'm laying there thinking, now wait a minute. I'm leaving here with that trophy, man. I want my Hannibal Rex trophy, okay? So the last thing the reason I wanted to tell you that, because I'm fucked up. No, I'm the one with bipolar, and I've got what's called borderline. And that's where the people that are closest to me, they get to see me. What? Damn it! You know, and seriously, just from 2 to 12 in an instant. And you all probably never see that unless I'm standing sideways and the 4th wall is up and I'm doing some act. So what I'm saying is, Nami, take care of my ass. I feel very privileged to have accomplished what I've accomplished because of you all everywhere. But I'd like everybody in this room, and I know that there's an appreciation for me from you. So I'd like everybody in this room, even the staff, all of you, before you walk out that door, privately to yourself and nobody else ever, if you don't want, you say to yourself, you ask yourself, how much more can I afford to give Nami? And you give that. $1, $100. You know what you can afford. You don't tell anybody else. Don't lie to yourself. Everybody, please, on my behalf, at least I don't look it that way. Contribute more.
Thank you, brother.